So what's up, guys? Better Best Dog here, Fit Bullet TV. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Here with my man, I am Stan, the dog man from Iron Sharp Canine. And of course, we got my guy, Jamil, behind the camera. With Decoy J Kit. Boom, Decoy J Kit right there. So today, big man, as you guys already know, he's out of town. So like I said, I have something special for you guys. We're actually here at a place called Legacy West here in Dallas, Texas, or in Plano, Texas. And what it is basically it's a big strip mall, and you can walk in, there's restaurants, there's shops, all kinds of stuff like that. There's a lot of foot traffic up and down this thing, a lot of different obstacles that we can also introduce the dogs to as well too. So I know he brought Boot Maine, I brought King Tut, and then we also have Creed as well too. So we're gonna show you 3 different perspectives on how our dogs operate in these type of environments, and some things that you all can give you guys some tips on things that you guys can do as well to go out in these type of environments to build your dog's confidence up, desensitize them, socialize them, and all those good things. Anything else you want to add?
Nah, he said a mouthful there, so we're gonna get the dogs out and then show you some things, like you said, give you examples of what to do in different situations, see how the dogs interact, their body language, and what you can do to make your dog better.
As always, stay tuned, take care of your dogs. Just a couple weeks back when we were at the park, we had issues with Tut and Cha-Cha and Bam Bam. They were barking at people, barking at children. They ran up on a little kid. Didn't do anything, but they ran up on him because they hadn't been exposed to much. So what do we do right after that? We headed over to Arbor Hill. Boom, and we're making sure we're hitting those places like 3 times a week so they're seeing kids, bikes, people. That's the big thing early on, is you want to get them exposed to people early on as well. We just had a group of people that just pulled up, didn't phase either of them. And Tut normally would bark, but I've been making sure we've been, like I said, hitting those grounds. I even took him to the gas station a few different times and just posted up at a picnic table and let him watch people get in and out of their cars, walk inside, hear people putting air in their tires. All those little things go a long way as far as desensitizing. And things like this for sure right here. So let's see how they do. All right, Tut. Let's go. Here we go. So remember, they gotta trust you. All right, Tut. Here. There you go. Good boy.
They did better than I thought they were.
Good boy. Some slight hesitancy.
Yeah.
But
so that's good. I mean, like you said, your dog has to trust you, and you build that relationship, and you don't start out bringing your dog here. You want them to trust you in stressful environments like this before you come out in places like this, because you can push your dog to the left, and once they go too far left, you're going to be having a problem on your hands. So always start slow. Mark that dog's confidence. Look at him, he's ready.
Get out of here. Good boy, Tut.
You said he's a stair master, right?
Yeah.
So you put him in these situations and you get his confidence up in a new place. So when you go anywhere new, you want to build his confidence. So you want to start with the stuff that you know he's going to be successful at before you start doing the stressful stuff. Because you always want him to be thinking, I can do it, I can do it.
So it's like a warm-up.
Yeah. It's just like in basketball. You have warm-ups, you do the layup lines, and then you go to the shots, and then you start running the plays, and then you play your game.
That makes a lot of sense.
Same concept here. You get them out, it's just simple stuff at the very beginning. You don't want to put too much stress on them because they will get pushed to the left.
Gotcha.
Once he's in that mode, then
yeah.
So one more time, after they go up, I'd run up again, just have a big ball with them, because you want that tail to kind of be more
Gotcha.
See, it's kind of hanging down a little bit.
We about to get down here. We about to have a Super Bowl Sunday. We about to have a Super Bowl Sunday. We about to have a good boy. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Good boy. Man.
You can see it kind of going a little bit more up.
Yeah.
So he's getting a little bit more comfortable.
All right.
So you're going to see 2 different styles of training going on here. With Boots, it's going to be more controlled, precise stuff, exactly what he's expected to do. But with Tut, we're trying to build his confidence. So there's going to be more leisure, more fun, more experience. And we're going to do the same thing with Boots. It's just going to be on a different type of level. And we've been working with him since he was 7 weeks old. So we have a little bit of a head start on Jamarcus and Tut. And you've only been working with him, what, about 2 months now?
Well, yeah, just about a couple months now.
So he started a little behind the 8 ball, and he has to build up that confidence and that relationship before he can really start asking all of that controlled stuff. So you're going to see us doing a little bit different things with our dogs, but that's the reason why.
All right, let's go and take him over here to this bench. Let's go. So one thing I know that I've tried before, I was trying to get him on a picnic table, and then he wouldn't. And of course, there he goes. And of course, there he goes. And he jumped. But one thing that Trev had me do one time, I was trying to get him on a picnic table. I couldn't get up on the first step, let alone on top of the table. And I stood up on top of the table for like 5-10 minutes while Trev walked his whole lap. And he came back and he was like, you know, you could have probably reverse engineered that and started at the top so that he can climb down and then understand it's not that big of a feat. And then what happened once I did that, he climbed down, and when I went right back up it, he went right back up it 2 seconds later. So I was getting ready to do that with him, but then you just saw he just jumped over it. So obviously we checked mark 1, but to have that level of focus, that's what we want. All right, Ted, come here. Up. So he already knows he can get up here now. There we go. Good boy.
Once your dog has done something one time, they know that they can. So sometimes, like you said, you can reverse engineer. You can start them at the top. They get down, nothing happens. They're going to be more likely to want to get back up there. Again, if nothing happens and they got their reward. Does he like tugs and stuff?
Yeah, he likes tugs. He likes ball.
To get him, change his mentality a little bit. Nice to get a little bit more excited. The tail's coming up. Those are all the things that you want. And then I would let him carry that in his mouth for a little bit. As long as he wants to hold it, I'm gonna let him carry it. Because it's kind of like a pacifier. Look at his tail now.
Okay.
You see it's up. That's what we're wanting. We're wanting that picture whenever you're out with your dog. You want confidence. You don't want your dog to be worried, and you're not gonna make them be worried by stressing them out by doing, you know, simple treat stuff. You're gonna use what the dog likes. Use that high value reward. If your dog loves food, use that. If they're more of a prey dog that likes tugs and balls, you're gonna use that. But again, you wanna use what your dog likes most to get them through these stressful situations. Alright, so as you saw, we got the dogs on the elevator. We got them on these, what is this platform here with the water fountains going around, and we're just building the dog's confidence. And when you're building the dog's confidence, it's a slow process. So you don't want to do too much with them, because if you have win, 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 and then they have a loss, especially like a dog like Tut, where we're trying to build his confidence up a lot, is you can lose ground. And you don't want to lose ground whenever you're working with your dog. You want to make sure every time you work with them, you try to get them to be better than they were the last time you worked with them. And it's a small wins, and those small wins pay off to those big rewards when you see the dogs going down the Space Coast, when you see them jumping through the windows of cars, getting on top of cars and all of that. The confidence starts at this age, and it starts with you. So if you're confident in leading your dog in the right direction, they're gonna be there for you, and they're gonna follow your lead. So if you want a better dog, like you said earlier, you gotta be better yourself.
And one thing that I wanted to piggyback off of real quick is, you know, the part about where the dog's gonna trust you, right? These dogs can feel energy.
Yes.
And one thing that I know that I was always too serious in everything that we did. I wasn't ever having fun. And I would be getting frustrated, and the dogs can feel all this stuff. And when you're in environments like that, that good energy really, really matters, because if you're nervous that they're gonna be nervous, then they're gonna be nervous. But if you're confident, like you're about to have a good time, they were actually able to ease into a lot of things relatively easily, because like I said, we've been working up to this. But as always, people, get out there, just have fun with your dogs. Like you said, get out here, be better, because your dogs will be better. And as always, take care of your dogs. Good boy, Ted. Did great today.